first phase or not, but it is position 4.
Yep. So now it went from being last pick to second phase to first phase. Obviously only was picked in one of the games by LGD in this grand final in particular, but they've been picking it late against other teams. This game it was second 2+3 picked. I can see it potentially overtaking Caudle, but it's Caudle. Like, maybe not. Maybe that's the limit for Venge. You are still not Caudle. Caudle is an absolute S-tier hero right now. In a sense, is in a lot of trouble.
He's getting surrounded.
Ghoul
Magic
Frenzy.
Missile. Ghoul Frenzy is continuing. They want to give him the last hit because the Ghoul Frenzy is such an MVP in this game. First blood goes the way of Tundra. And as you can see, the observers know exactly which skills to click on because he only has one, and it is passive, and he didn't have to do anything other than right-click.
Yep. And you set the spell out. Wait, did he just... Hang on, did I say something wrong? Was there cancel TP there?
Was there?
Or did I... Maybe I looked at it wrong. I looked at it wrong. It's fine. All good.
It's okay. Getting old in your...
Yep. In your old
age. All right.
True.
May have screwed that one up, but what are
like I told you, I'm safe. I'm safe against my kryptonite.
So
there, so don't worry about it.
In this tournament, Cinder, in the beginning stages, we saw Helm of the Overlord a lot. Yep. Now it's kind of tapered off a bit, but I'm assuming we're going to see it this game on each respective team.
Yeah, most likely.
So what are your thoughts on the item right now?
I think it's still good. But I think teams have got a little bit better understanding of how to handle the split push pressure. What I would like to see is I think for Tundra's lineup in specific, when you have the Beastmaster aura as well as the Venge aura, I think your Overlord is really powerful. So bring it into fights instead of just playing split push could be an option. I wonder if there's like... What's the best Ancient to take on Tundra for fighting? Probably the Frenzy Creep for Lifestealer against Sven, I would imagine is really strong.
I would agree.
Could be a thing. Whereas on the other side, yeah, Frenzy for Sven, no-brainer. It's crazy on that guy. So
it depends on what you want to do. If you want to fight with it or if you want to split.
Exactly.
Split
if you're split pushing, you're taking the drag.
And if you're the Ogre, you just have him in the back and he just exists, right? I was asking Kyle this the other day. If Prowler was still in the game, would you put that ahead of any creep, like the Ogre? Or I keep saying Ogre, the Golem?
Maybe. In the right game.
Okay, Stormbolt. And we have the Illuminate coming in. Snake King will survive, but get used to that all game long as Fata's continuing to right-click onto Mr. Y here. He's doing a lot of damage, actually, continuing the chase. Brain Sap is up. Will he turn around? He does use it. Gets a little bit of HP back, but oh, that wand, okay. Keeps him alive.
I'm surprised why didn't fight him in the river.
Yeah.
He could have eaten a tango, used his Fairy Fire and Stick to fight back and Brain Sap. Now he's just...
Ghoul Frenzy's too strong. Okay, another Fairy Fire. So
all right.
That's a lot of resources expended, Cinderman. But let's talk about this mid lane. So Zhao 8 had himself a game.
Possible kill bot.
Okay. Bot lane.
Oh. Possible kill top.
All right, so Cinder and trolling production. Really appreciate
him
that.
so hard.
Yeah,
I didn't know there was a kill top, guys. Relax.
And no kill bot as usual. Venge did survive.
Yep. Did get pressured really hard though. The Caudle Sven lane is extremely powerful. I don't think Beastmaster Venge ever wins against this lane if they play it correctly on the Caudle side. But 33 is doing okay with his 11 CS. This time around, looks like Zhao 8 versus 9 in mid is pretty even as well. 11 and 1 against 12 and 4. So a slight advantage for 9. Getting a wave into his tower as well. So he's actually a little bit further ahead than first assumed here.
Yeah, Fata just trading some blows here with Y, but there's the new Nightmare with that pure damage. It might be enough. Another Fairy Fire, but the Brain Sap to follow, and Fata's just going to lose this battle overall.
Nope.
So a kill going the way of PSG.LGD. Now, again, let's get back to this mid lane. So Zhao 8, last game, Leshrac dominated. It was against a Magnus, but we were still not expecting it to that degree just because 9 has played out of his mind this tournament. But Void Spirit, how does that fare versus a Lesh?
I think Leshrac, at worst, theoretically breaks even in this lane. I'm not 100% sure, but obviously one of the things that Void Spirit brings to the lane is the Resonant Pulse, the physical damage block, as well as the ability to last hit with it. But you can always just farm with your spells on Lesh, right? Not fully, but I think you can still pressure the guy enough in the beginning to get enough of a grip to get some free CS. 9 has just been outplaying him. You're definitely. I will tell you for sure this is not the expected outcome.
Okay.
Void Spirit doesn't win by this much. It's like a draw or maybe a slight win if there's a bit of a difference. But
I think
like
Nine took last game personally. Synderen. He's definitely, I mean, more mechanically skilled at this stage versus Zhao 8. Zhao 8, obviously one of the most legendary players of all time, of course, but not exactly. I mean, even in his heyday, he wasn't a mid laner, right? Maybe way back. Do you remember, like in Dota 1? Maybe.
I'm trying to remember. Oh,
because a lot of these players just end up playing so many positions over the course of their careers. Like Fata, we've already talked about, kind of been all over the place. But speaking of which, he's going to get the disarm. I mean, fighting against Bane never really feels that good. As Zhao 8, Fairy Fire Splitter does hit though.
Okay.
So Nine's going to have to back up. But you can see the lead just mounting here in terms of the CS.
He's actually getting destroyed. Void Spirit almost level 6 as being shown by the observers here, and Leshrac will go back to base wisely here. If Zhao 8 stuck around for another greedy wave, he would be killed by Astral Step after this range creep. You see 9 specifically setting that up here, but there's no opponent in his lane.
Jin Q gets off the salve.
Oh, he stopped the attack enemy. Okay.
Yeah,
It's going to wave it.
Al's going to cancel it, but Snake King, knowing he can't actually get a kill here. So Zhao 8 has to walk all the way back to the fountain and will TP back shortly. But that's still a lot of time wasted. Faith Beyond. Gonna get some support in the form of Y. But the Ghoul Frenzy is very strong when you're not a level 6 Lycan to turn into your actual wolf form, Mr. Synderen.
No.
He's gonna salve again. A lot of salves being used. And canceled. Fata with the shield crash from afar. He's going to take some damage as a result, but because of that damage reduction, he doesn't really care. That's the beauty of shield crash. You can use it just
okay.
Oh, why?
I wasn't sure if that was a good nightmare, but that's all right.
Yeah, both heroes like to just poke and prod for the most part. He's getting chased by some wolves right now. But how is this Lifestealer game shaping up? This is kind of the narrative we have where the hero itself isn't super strong right now, but if it's in the right scenario, it can really work out. Because he has the initiation, like he can jump inside 9, so you have the Infest Bomb.
Yeah, I don't think it's the easiest Lifestealer game. I think there's a couple of solutions. There's the Fiend's Grip, like they talked about, that can be countered somewhat easily. I don't know if I'm thinking about it in the wrong way with Lycan. Like, maybe, can you infest the Ancient of Lycan if you have, what is it you need?
The Overlord?
No, when can Lifestealer infest Ancients again?
Oh yeah, I forgot how that works.
Yeah, same. I actually genuinely don't remember.
It might be level 2.
Well, fortunately, it says on the skill.
It
actually does.
Faith Beyond.
I can't believe it.
You were being sarcastic, but you actually found it.
It was there, yeah, level 2 and higher. So, this seems like part of the plan here. I was thinking, okay, like traditionally speaking, Lycan does very well against Lifestealer. It's just overwhelming single target physical damage from all of his stuff. But if you go Helm of the Overlord and Lifestealer level 2 and Fest can just eat it, then you take that out of the picture in the fight. That's actually really strong.
Snake King, he's going to find Jin Q, but there's TPs coming in.
Cancelled.
And cancelled here. So Jin Q all alone, but yeah, we've been seeing these coddles, even as support, just get mega farmed. And I mean, do you agree with T-Gov's assessment that for Snake King, position for Venge, he's going to be able to get this Agnum Scepter at a reasonable rate? I assume he's still going for it, right?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of setting him up for success. If you take the towers early and you have the lanes pushed out, Venge can relatively easily farm. They just need to allocate it to him and make it a priority. He'll get it slower than Faith Beyond will on average, but he can definitely get there.
And Zhao 8 trying to pressure, push out this lane here. Gets some chip damage to the tower, but 9 jumps in with the help of Tundra as a whole, and Zhao 8 will fall. So nice rotation. You can see, this is what we saw game number 1. Skeeter on the Lifestealer gets extremely active even before his Maelstrom is finished.
Yeah, making sure to get involved. He was maybe even needed for that kill. They missed a little bit on the, I believe the Remnant didn't connect.
But yeah, back to the Lifestealer. Against Sven, historically not great actually, but because of like we saw this in the last series, this matchup, late game, Nullifier actually crushes Sven.
Yeah.
Like not having Warcry just makes you so much squishier.
There's been like different phases to this matchup. There was a time when Sven just owned, and then Lifestealer started getting Halberd and got evasion talent.
Yeah.
Then it switched a little bit, and people rethought how to play it. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Destroyed. My goodness.
People rethought how to build the Lifestealer, and I think at this point it's fair to say after a certain threshold, Lifestealer does very well against Sven.
Okay. Yeah, I think the biggest thing back in the day was just the, I mean, the Warcry is a little bit different now, but just the armor that he gained, that's the reason Lifestealer couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that high HP back then, because I don't think God Strength had a ton of strength added to it. That was like a...
He still does get a lot of armor, but it just feels like Lifestealer with the right build just sustains. He doesn't die.
Oh, Skeeter. He's not going to get Fiend's Grip, but the Nightmare is there. They're going to set it up with... Oh, okay, the Rage. So,
wait,
not timing that properly.
Wait, what happened?
I think they just mistimed it. Fata, there's no way he took off the Nightmare.
What hit before that?
I don't think anything.
There was still... What?
Well, we'll see the replay here. I think he just waited too long. Let's see. And... Oh, you're right. Something happened.
What?
What was that? I don't know.
Huh? The bar wasn't...
I actually don't know. Zhao 8 going to get bursted. It's going to be a trade for the Pango. Tundra will take the any day of the week. Skeeter does not have Infest, so has to be very, very careful here. Why stuck inside the tree, snaking with the magic missile is going to get pressured here by the Wolves. A little bit blocking action. Nice micro. 9 still with the haste rune. Snaking's going to end up tumbling here, and likely the tier 1 tower in addition. Edict woke him up? Okay.
But did he cast... He didn't cast Edict before the stun.
All right, when there's a... Yeah. Well, we can't really investigate too much.
Okay, one more time. I'm genuinely really curious here. So Xiao 8 starts the stun. There's no Edict running. Stun.
No, he's casting
Sleep.
Stun. You can't Edict while you're doing it.
What?
I actually have no clue. That's so weird.
Can Fata issue an attack command while he's in Swashbuckle? And then somehow, because he has extra attack range on the Swashbuckle?
He's not in range to like physically attack
I still don't understand. Okay. Well, maybe it's super obvious and we missed it.
Yeah, possibly.
They do get the top tower, and they got their Sven involved, of course, here. Ame is having an insane game. He's super farmed. Love this from Tundra, though. They bring their Siege Creep Minute 10 into mid and take it together with Beastmaster. So they are going to get that mid-tower advantage, which is ever so important for opening up the map.
Yeah.
And honestly, the goal right now for Tundra is probably to find a way of limiting Sven's farm. They've solved everything else relatively well. Nobody else on the Radiant side is doing particularly well.
Ame's in vicinity as well with the Stormhammer available. 9, though. The Aether Remnant, not in time. Y ends up netting himself a huge kill onto Skeeter. And now Tundra not able to pursue.
Are we going to see a farm Bane again this game? He was very farmed last game. He has his Arcane Boots. He got 500 kill bounty for that one. So actually ahead of the enemy Venge.
Yeah, Aetherland's going to make a huge difference with this Fiend's Grip. If you can just stay out of range of vision in some capacity, then Lifestealer has literally no counter. I mean, I assume he's going to go S and Y for the status resist, although might not be enough. Oh, he's still going the Echo Saber. So Maelstrom Echo Saber, no difference in the build. Do you agree with this?
I'm a bit unsure. I like your idea of getting more status resist in this game. I just think it's really crucial.
I mean, this is going to help him farm a lot, right? So
yeah,
we'll get it eventually.
The move speed is also good here, right? You're playing against Lycan and Sven and Lesh.
Yeah. Very
quick heroes and the Coddle. So maybe, I guess your first swing on the, or the second swing on the Echo Saber, having the slow helps if you get there. Okay, Fata's super dead here.
Whoa.
How?
That was the I think that was the Edict.
No way.
No? I thought he cast it beforehand this time.
Did he? Am I seriously going insane here? Hello?
You're an old man. 33 getting chased now. Solar Bind is there.
Nice steal on the Centaur.
It's the stomp off. The Primal Roar to follow, but too much burst damage. And Faith Beyond will be credited for that one. That's the new Lycan set, by the way. I just realized. Looks really sick.
Yeah. Very cool.
Watching it
no, but seriously,
every time.
What's happening? That's a stun.
You're right. I have no clue.
Can Pango always do this?
No. There's no way. He's stunned. It's like, okay, the only thing I can think of is the magic damage gets applied first before the stun, that tick, and he's able to swash before the stun comes through. But that's a bug. There's no way that's how you...
So the same thing that happened, that was to Lifestealer, right?
Yes.
Can it be some sort of weird interaction where the new Nightmare, because it deals damage, and then the Lesh damage is coming in, that gets applied before the stun?
I think that's what's happening.
Some sort of weird. Okay.
All
Piggy.
Right, we got a little Piggy action. Zhao 8.
He is dead.
He's very dead. This is going to be his third death of game. He's 1 and 3. So this is quite the different story for Zhao 8 from game 2 and 3.
Absolutely. The difference this time is, though, Ame is enormous. He is getting so farmed on the Sven. And I do think Tundra have solutions, though, so I'm not...
Picky!
Yep, there we go. I'm not too worried for them specifically because of the Sven just yet, but it is the kind of hero that can reach critical mass where even if you have solutions, they can become too weak. Like you have Roar, Swap, Lifestealer, and technically also Pangold can be really nice when he's outside of BKB. But when the gap gets too large between him and the other cores, you're looking at potential one-shot combos.
Yeah.
And that's when it looks really, really scary. Ven just dead here, by the way.
Absolutely. Ame, I don't even know if he wants to commit because he wants the God Strength, showing off that newly picked up Blink Dagger. 33 just not able to get off the Primal Roar in time. And now Snaking is going to drop as you alluded to. So nice Blink Dagger reveal there. Ame.
Yeah. Good choice from him to not go on the Venge. It was the easy, low-hanging fruit, but there was an even better fruit.
It was a pineapple. That's the best one.
Very tasty fruit.
Getting Pulse Nova. It's the Aether Remnant off, but looks like he's going to be okay. Skeeter has to be careful. Going high ground against the Bane.
He doesn't know that
he's going
high ground against the Bane.
Yeah, but when there's a Bane in the game, going high ground without vision.
True.
Very sketch. I mean, that's the thing. When you're playing these heroes like Pango or like literally any hero that has the magic immune that you just feel safe all the time. Then you're playing against the Bane or a Wyvern or whoever. It's like something that's always in your mind. Looks like Basher's going to be next, so really not prioritizing the status resist. Guess he's just hoping for... I mean, there's a Venge swap, so...
Yeah.
That is a really good
I think he's specifically tailoring his build to be able to hit Sven, which is understandable.
Zhao 8 on the high ground. Oh, he turns himself into a pig, but it's not 100% movement speed buff, it's 10. So he dies. And this is going to turn into a Roche.
Okay. LGD definitely know this is happening. It's very, very obvious from Fatsa's positioning and the kill they just got. So now the challenge is to go there and defend it, particularly with Caudle. Blinding Light as well as Illuminate's very good here, but they might just be too late. This is a really good play from Tundra if they get it. Nicely done. That's exactly what he needs to do.
Just creating as much space as he can and runs into the wall just to scare them off. And that is Roshan #1 for Tundra.
That's big. They needed something big. They're starting to fall behind quite significantly, but at least this is going to buy them some time and maybe win them a fight. Now that Lifestealer has Aegis, he can run in with a lot of confidence. And keep in mind, the Radiant lineup has an expiry date on their fights, right? There's Sven ulti and Lycan ulti, two transformation-based abilities that make the heroes a lot weaker. So having Aegis and getting that second life can make you outlast.
That's like actually a really good point. They have a lot of heroes that kind of go in. In fact, almost their entire lineup are like these in and out type heroes. Pango doesn't want to fully commit. He's going in and out with his ultimate. Lifestealer, he uses rage and he tries to infest somebody to get out. Vengeful Spirit, the swap.
Everything about Voice Spirit.
Everything about Voice Spirit. Beastmaster is the only one that's kind of just somewhat stationary with his creeps. But speaking of which, Faith Beyond does have his Helm of the Overlord. You can see it's the literal only item in his inventory. Doesn't need boots, because when he shapeshifts, he's good to go. And then on the other side, you can see 33 has one of his own. But he has boots as well. So
and Quelling Blade.
That's true. Quelling Blade is a huge deal. He doesn't even... Oh, actually, what did he take out? We saw the Dragon on the side of PSG.LGD. So it's going to be Dragon versus Dragon soon. Hopefully it doesn't end as poorly as Game of Thrones, but then again, nothing can, so should be fine. The Ice Dragon!
Rip.
Yeah.
Pause. All right. Skitter probably lagging. Happened earlier as well.
Oh, yeah. Look at that face. I always thought he kind of looked like Goofy. You know what I mean? The Disney character?
Yeah.
Like, to some degree. It's like way too stupid looking.
Okay, I have a really hard time explaining this, but there's something about this that just makes me think mustache. I don't know why.
Mustache?
Yeah, when you look at this... Okay, are we getting a replay? I thought we were getting a replay of the Dragon.
Yeah, we're seeing this again. We actually have no idea the mechanic that's working out here, but it must be some... My guess is that it is a bug, but it was introduced because of the Nightmare change.
Yeah.
That's the best I can guess.
Is there a one-frame window between Leshrak's stun dealing damage and applying the stun?
No. I mean, if there is, I've never seen it before. I mean, do you think with the amount of play that we've seen from this hero that it would have come up at some point?
If that is the case,
so
you're literally
what are you talking about mustache here?
I don't know how to explain
Does he need a mustache?
No, I don't know what it is.
Does he have a hidden mustache? Is that like in the belly of the beast?
Okay, it has to be something about how that face reminds me of a person that has a mustache. Like some really known person, but I don't.
You are a literal psychopath.
Okay.
That line of thought.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. No, so even if it's just a one-frame window between the damage and the stun of the Lesh, Rage is full-on instant cast, and so is Pangolier Swashbuckle.
Yeah.
So that could be an explanation, but I didn't actually know if there...
It does definitely feels like a bug.
This would be a big cat.
Ooh.
Oh, fast reaction there.
Yes, very quick. He still has the 9-second BKB, and the fact that he didn't use it bodes well. Of course, Primeware does go through Zhao 8. All right, there's the Split Earth. Didn't get the Rage off this time. Finally does so, and Zhao 8's just getting demolished. Just eaten alive by Skeeter. This is with a 7K net worth deficit. They're going to take out the Vengeful Spirit, and there's the Fiend's Grip onto the Beastmaster. Buyback now onto Snake King. Ame in God's Strength just taking out the Golem, and Tundra on the... I didn't even realize this game was this lopsided for the net worth, Synderen.
They're just ultra out-farming them with Sven. Like, Tundra haven't been able to really pressure the map in the way they want. There's a Dragon knocking on the front door bottom. Yeah, and it's not just the Sven, right? He's 5K of it ahead of the Lifestealer, but Caudle...
All right, 9 is infested. They really want Faith Beyond. TP is coming from Sven. He doesn't have God's Strength, of course, but Faith Beyond will get bursted eventually. Fata is just going to roll out. Doesn't have to worry about the Fiend.
High five.
That's true.
I guess he wrote nothing to say. It's a little high APM to do both.
Ooh, very close.
But yeah, I think the two primary contributing factors here is Illuminate and Sven, right? Sven is farming faster than anyone else. He has access to his triangle, and he has access to his triangle because Caudle is pushing waves all the time. Caudle's net worth is higher than the two enemy supports combined. Right? And then you have Sven 5,000 ahead of Lifesteal. That's basically the game. That's the lead right there.
Yeah, and now they're getting dragons, and Tundra are not. They got the Golem first. Now they have a frenzied... I don't think he's actually taken over the Triceratops, which is good, of course.
Yeah.
But not for split pushing necessarily. I mean, it's okay. It's not a dragon, though.
No. It's all right-ish.
All right, how much damage does the Stomp do?
I think it's like 200.
Because he has Frenzy and Stomp, I believe.
Let's see. Stomp. 250.
Oh, that's actually a lot more than I thought.
That's decent. I think it's like 6-second cooldown. Yeah. And with the mono region you get is pretty decent, right? On the Dominated Creep or something, I think. So maybe you can keep it going most of the time.
All right. Skeeter does have the Basher now. Feels like... I mean, he is farm, but again, the net worth discrepancy between him and Ame is not even remotely close.
I love the dragon has a little icon next to it, the Radiant Dragon.
Oh boy, we have to talk about that another time, Center, because Ame's beating the crap out of Skeeter.
God.
That is just the Aegis, Snake King in the vicinity. Looks like Ame wants to focus on him himself, and he does so, and there's the Fiend's Grip, but the Rage comes through after the cancellation. It's not going to matter. Fata forced the TP away.
Oh!
Wow! Ame, holy Jesus! And 9 trying to get out of dodge here, but Zhao 8 and company should be able to take him out. A triple kill for Ame, as this is getting completely out of hand in favor of PSG.LGD.
I think that actually needed to be a crit on fire. Let's look at that. What is this?
Disgusting.
He did more damage than every other hero combined in the fight.
Yeah. How do you do negative damage? Oh, that was gold. Never mind. Like the old and feeble? Maybe that's the first thing that pops in my head. Pango, it might have been shift queued Pulse Nova directly after the stun.
Okay, that would actually make sense if that's what it is. But then he made the same mistake twice.
Yeah. Okay.
That is a possibility, though.
Okay, then that's not a bug if that's the case. There's misplay twice. Not going to matter, though. 13K net worth lead. 33, a really long TP. He's going to be fine, though.
Tundra in trouble in this game. Look at this.
This was the
Now,
Aegis.
this is where I want to see my damage meter, because this is a wild fight.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Boom. The Rage, and then the cancellation there with the Aether Remnant, but it's not going to be enough.
Okay, and here, so Fata has 460 health.
Boom!
975 crit.
Pretty good. Pretty solid.
Oh my good God.
Yeah, Ame is out of control right now. And, I mean, I'm not going to put... Again, there's many reasons that Tundra are losing this game right now, but Snake King's Venge has not had remotely the same impact that we've seen. No. Obviously, it is a 4 versus the 3 that we've been seeing from LGD.
And I think he's suffering from playing against Caudle. I'm going to keep coming back to this hero. With every game I've seen in this tournament, even when the hero got counterpicked, this hero has never looked bad in a game. And a lot of the time, I think especially this idea that LGD are bringing here, they aren't the first to do it in this tournament, just playing Caudle together with an insane farmer like Sven or Medusa, just seems extremely potent this patch. You have a support shoving out waves, your carry is farming triangle, your net gain as a team is unmatched by the enemy. There's no hero that can push waves like KotL. He has better wave clear than the two enemy supports combined, right? Like, what are you supposed to do? You have to make so many moves. You're under so much pressure all the time to put out fires around the map that KotL creates.
So for Ame, we're going to see Dragon on Dragon action here.
Oh, this is good. One of them has the mark of Sven, though, because he stacked the camp. So he has a little icon there.
Okay. That's
so it
interesting.
Has Sven's blessing.
Very irrelevant. But
and it has Feral Impulse. That actually matters.
Okay, that one.
It's going to win the battle easily.
All right. They know this, though.
Yeah, get out of here.
Back up just wants to kill the creep.
So one of them is the Black Dragon from Heroes 3, and the other one is the Green Dragon.
Yeah, that's definitely not green.
It has the stats of the Green Dragon. The other one's the real Black Dragon.
Sure.
200 gold for Xiao 8.
Okay. I want to talk about this
Let's
item
count
in
some
just a
hits here.
moment. Yeah,
1,
33. He's broken.
2,
God
3,
Strength.
4,
and
5.
Yeah, can't even get off the cast animation for Primal Roar.
He didn't crit, and he didn't have God Strength on in the opener, though. But that was still 5 hits.
And they're going to try to transition this to even more. So he did go Silver Edge. We've seen this, again, with Ame having this big of a lead. It literally doesn't even matter what he goes. He could go Octarine Core. It just does not matter, I feel like. But, 9.
Oh, missed the blind.
Trees TPing out, and he's actually going to be
very
successful.
Nicely done by 9 there.
I'm not sure if he even intended to land there, but you see the damage here. But what do you think of Blink Dagger and Silver Edge? Because we've seen it a couple times, but obviously the hero didn't really have as huge of a lead as Ame does right now as he blows up poor Fata.
I like the Dagger in this game.
No, not Dagger and Silver Edge.
Oh, buying both?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine. When you're this far ahead, especially, it just gives him the ability to find openings, right? It's all about just getting in first. He knows he's ahead. You can tell he knows he's really far ahead.
So you think it's more of a playing from a head build as opposed to, like, in the past games, it was relatively even, and they would still go this, and it didn't work out.
I like it more when you're playing from ahead, because when you're this much ahead of the curve, you don't need to have those big items to match, like AC or Satanic yet. But yeah, if the game is close, I think more often than not, something like AC could be better because the team fights are going to be of a different nature, right?
Yeah.
But Ame's read on the game is, I am literally invincible. I will go and I will just kill whoever I want. And
yeah,
that's a pretty good read.
I mean, his net worth discrepancy between Ame and, oh boy.
Okay, swap.
He's going to swap out. 9 is fine for now. Skeeter, Rage TPs, but no. Actually, didn't even try to TP.
They don't have swap now. They used it to save.
And he's blown up as a result. BKB pop from Ame. They want to continue on here. Snake King trying to TP out. Will be successful here as the rest of Tundra on the retreat.
Fata going to try to cut the wave here? No.
Yeah, 33 still has to worry about gets off his roar, but it's going to lead to a death anyway. Dagon from the side from Jin Q, just a little insult to injury. What I was saying is the net worth discrepancy between the position 1s is equal to the entire farm of 9. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane. That is a mid-hero.
How bad your math is.
What?
It's kind of close.
You're
2K.
It's like 8K.
You're 2K.
The actual number's 9K. It's 8K.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
The actual
and
number
after
is
this fight, it's probably correct.
The actual number is 7.5. Oh, was it after this fight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you might.
Let's look at it right now. 9K versus, it's close enough.
It's close. Okay. I wouldn't have pointed it out with these numbers. I would before the fight. You're okay-ish within reason here.
Thanks, Cinderin. But yeah, this is a mega farm Sven.
Oh, God. I feel like we're talking about the Sven over and over, but really...
Man, Sven's a really good hero. Roche is up as well, by the way.
Actually just killing everything he sees. Finally, a Tundra move that might lead to something good.
But Ame jumps in. He gets bashed after the BKB. The God Strength comes in now. He has to infest back into 9, who's just getting beat down into oblivion. And Skeeter looks to be next. And this game is not looking good for Tundra.
PSG.LGD. It looks like he can't believe it himself. It's like,
Hey, where did he go?
Where did they go? Yeah.
GG is called. No big surprise here. PSG.LGD stomping Game 3 big time.
Absolutely smacked in that game. Yeah. I think the standout heroes this game, KotL, Sven, and honestly, again, Bane. This hero is just having an insane track record on LGD, right? I don't think they've lost with Wise Bane just